Hi guys, Sabrina Valachi with InsideIncline.com here at Incline Village with Jacquie Chandler. She's going to be talking to us about what she does here and what she's a steward of and here at the lake, and she is going to talk to us about Sustainable Tahoe, why it's important, and how we can get involved.
All right. Thank you for having me. I'm grateful to be here.
Of course.
The mission of Sustainable Tahoe, which is a Nevada 501c3, is to accelerate the adoption of geotourism.
Geotourism, what does that mean?
So geotourism is tourism that does no harm. So we want visitors to sustain and enhance the places that they want to visit. And the beauty is National Geographic, who came up with this program, they interviewed 100 million visitors and found 75% are already geotourists, which means that when they go to a place, they want it to be nice so that it's nice when they come back, when they show their grandkids, in later years. So geotourism is our mission. That means we're in service to the visitor experience. We want the visitor to have a deeper, richer sense of place when they come to Lake Tahoe with less of a carbon impact. So that means that it'd be better if they didn't drive, if they took the bus, if they were on bike, if they were on boat, if they were having experiences that really connected them, which is, so right now we have 3 big areas that we're focused on, and one of them is creating a bit of a, like I kind of call it the mudroom experience. So the first thing people did was take an earth walk, and so earth walk is basically a mindful stroll where you meander through maybe a half a mile of local terrain and dig in really deep. And it's almost like a meditation with the earth, where you listen and you touch and your senses are all online, and you just sit and you soak in and immerse in the natural environment, and then you feel connected to it. And when people feel connected, they care, and when they care, they share at that level of caring.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's when I first visited Lake Tahoe, that's the first thing that happened in me as a child, was I immediately felt connected, and I was jumping in the cold water in the lake, and I was skiing, and I was hiking, and I loved to go horseback riding at the time because I was able to get out on the trails, and I didn't have anyone to tell me, here's how you experience, so I kind of saw it through my own, but you immediately feel that connection to this place. And so what an earth walk can do is facilitate that. Yes,
exactly. So we've even gone so far as to create an earth walk guide and journal book. So this is an interactive coloring book. It comes with some coloring crayons, pencils, and it starts, this one's set up for Incline Village. Crystal Bay has a little trail, Third Creek, and so what we're asking people to do, it tells what earth walk is, why you want to do it. So from the visitor center, where we put up a galas dungle, which is the native word for winter washoe shelter. It's just the shelters that they lived in. They made them out of cured cedar bark. Anyway, you would start at the visitor center, you'd go along this trail in front of the Frisbee golf course, you'd cross over the bridge, you'd go down one side of Third Creek, cross the bridge and come back over. And yeah, there's tennis courts here and the junior high is over here, but it doesn't matter. When you get near that creek, it's so immersive. It's such a symphony of nature that there's little places you can sit and you just drink it in, and there's Jeffrey trees that you can smell. And so we've got a whole guideline here of places for you to put your own petroglyph of what you touch, what you see, what you experience, your sense of time, how it expands when you're in nature, and just finding yourself in nature and then sharing that. And then on your way back, you then go and stop at that little galas dungle, and there's some places in there that you can sit, and then you can share, if you come with a group of friends, share what you've experienced.
So where would you get these?
These will be at the visitor center, and they'll be distributed, they'll for sure be at the visitor center, and then probably hotels. And so we're just starting this, we're just finishing the final draft of this, and now we're looking for in the back sponsors. So we're looking for people that want to share how they've been contributing to the lake, and then we'll tell their story in the back. So as this becomes a personal journal for the people that have written and colored in it, they will carry with them other people in the community that are part of this ecosystem, that are part of a sustainable ecosystem, that are contributing and giving back to the lake. Those people can share their story, and they will help sponsor so that we can print these. We need to get them printed and distributed and then pay for the little package, so we can make it very easy, like $5 or something for people to purchase.
Yeah, and we'll definitely pick up a few as well.
So that's project number 1, is our earth walk. The second thing that we're working on is wildlife habitat. As you know, the bears have been living here for probably before the Washoe, who was here 10,000 years and left no trace. So the bears, this is a wildlife habitat, not just for bears, coyotes, and they've even seen wolves now. So lots of animals live here.
And mountain lions.
Mountain lions, bobcats. Bobcats are so cute.
They're so cute.
So our project in service to this, and it was launched at Jasper's Memorial. I don't know if you remember. So at Jasper's Memorial, David Colley, who's a metal worker, he also does all the lasers, he created a sign for Anne, who was grieving so bad, and we created a sign. It wasn't exactly like this, to put on a bear box, because we realized while we have lots of literature about bears, we don't have any signage that lets people know, hey, you're in a wildlife habitat. So, and since we live in an art gallery, we don't want to add, adding dumpsters is kind of harsh. So this kind of dresses up a dumpster, and it gives people the understanding that the lake, the entire lake basin, is a wildlife habitat.
It's a reminder.
It puts people on notice, then they think, what can I do? And then they look at all their brochures. So the proceeds for both of these are going to the time it takes to put together legislation with the Nevada Assembly. I'm working with Lisa Krasner, the Republican minority whip, to create some legal cover for the bears so that their corridors, which are all the creeks that enter the lake. Each creek is a wildlife corridor, and we have 6. We have first, second, third, incline, Mill Creek, Tunnel Creek. We have 6 streams in incline. So just for this jurisdiction that she has I'm going back in August, and we're going to create a bill to create safe zones for bears in their corridors.
Nice.
So what this means, of course, you can still go to a creek, but it's just like when the bear comes on your land and you go away. Well, where's the bear going to go? And his habitat, where it's not like, go away, go away. So when he gets within maybe 30, 50 feet of a creek, and you're there and he's there, he has a riparian right of way.
Yeah, because it's his habitat.
It's his habitat, and this is a fair way that he gets first. So if you're in the middle of your picnic and there's no problem cohabitating, no problem. But if the bear is then you have to back away. Yeah. No shooting, harassing, killing, screaming, chasing. No harassing, chasing a bear in one little corridor area where they're the most likely to be. Then they'll get used to knowing that this is a safe zone. So when they get shooed away, they at least have some place to say it's kind of only fair.
Yes.
So that's that program.
So you mentioned geotourism. How many tourists do we have here at the basin every year?
10 million. 10 million.
10 million every year.
And but 205 million here in Incline. It's growing.
205 million. Wow. That are staying here at hotels and short-term vacation rentals. And
Exactly. So our other program in addressing the short-term rental is to create a stewardship hosting standard. And I was looking around at the hosting regulations that have come online because so many, every county, every city, especially if you're a destination, are dealing with this. And the best one is Sanibel. Sanibel, Florida has a very sensitive marine sanctuary. And so the good news is I looked at their copy and they have it right. We are on par with Sanibel because we both live in a very sensitive ecosystem. And they put the sanctuary first. So I've adopted the language, Sustainable Tahoe, we built a proposal for a stewardship standard to adopt the language of putting the lake first. So when you put the lake first and you think, okay, it's not our lake, it's a destination. We want the visitors to come. I love hosting Lake Tahoe, but how we host it will determine its survival and our prosperity for the people that are making money off it. So the key is having a standard that speaks to the needs of the lake first, which, lucky for us, are already in place. BMPs, defensible space, bear safety. And then I'm throwing in geotourism training, capacity around how many people could be in a place that's lodging, how many parking spaces, and then a hosting basket, which will have bus passes and containers for your water and bags and bus passes and
trail maps
and
bike paths,
and it will have a really cool adventure booklet starting with the Earth Walk, which will be adventures that you can do that you can walk, bike, or hike to get to, and they'll all be immersive and super fulfilling. They'll deepen the experience and they'll reduce the impacts. And if we lead by example as hosts in providing this type of atmosphere for visitors, which are so awesome because you're so flexible when you're a visitor, it's like, what do I do here, right? So that's the opportunity to interject right at the gate when they're looking for lodging.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we show them how you enter this sacred space.
Well, and when someone first gets here, they have that awe experience of seeing the lake. If you are immediately able to say, here's how you can visit and come here and even live
Yes.
here and sustain this environment,
Yes.
that's the first thing they learn.
You can be a part of the stewardship team. If you're a part of the stewardship team, you are welcomed and you'll have a place and people will be excited. It won't be, it's tourist season, can we shoot them? It won't be that.
Mm-hmm.
It will be, thank you for coming and helping sustain this sanctuary, this beautiful place. And so in line with that, we've also created what we call gratitude ornaments because there's so much to be grateful. And the gratitude ornament is about highlighting the contribution of the wildlife in the water to the area. And then what we do on each one is tell the story. This is about the bears. What's unique about the bears is the Washoe for 10,000 years. They never hunted them and they never even lived where the bears lived. They cohabitated peacefully. It's possible. And it's also why our bears are so friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't have any DNA memory of being harassed by humans. That's why they just think, oh, new den's in town. Oh, you left pizza outside. Oh, I guess you won't mind if I help myself. And so it's not the bear's fault.
So true.
Yeah. So we tell the story and then we highlight the organization that's in service to protecting them. So we have some for,
These are
bears.
really cute. You have a Tahoe with a feather,
And
a
that one
leather
talks
feather.
about the Washoe. And the Washoe saying, this is something everybody could do right now. So the Washoe, and I've met with the elders and they've looked at the lake and they said, wow, the sparkle isn't as strong as it used to be. Nobody must be singing songs to the lake,
Mm-hmm.
to the water. And so the water really thrives on our gratitude and songs and blessings that we give the water. And this isn't even just hoo-hoo stuff from, ancient people. There's science to prove that if you put 2 glasses of water and you just do nothing but negative ugliness to one and the other, this one will start going brown and feel toxic, and the other one will, we've seen this with plants.
Yep. Oh yeah,
The other
absolutely.
one
That's why
will
they say you have to
stay
sing and talk to your plants.
That's right, singing and talk to the plants, right? Well, the watershed is a plant, and the more we sing and talk to it. So the Washoe are asking us to keep their tradition of gratitude, being grateful for the lake, alive by coming up with your own gratitude songs. So I've got a couple of gratitude songs that have come to me in my journeys with the earth. And it's kind of fun. At the beginning, I noticed working with the Washoe people, they have all these songs, and I tried to learn them, to learn the language of this area, but I realized it's not in my tongue and it's hard. Like I have one, no yen, no yen, no yen, no yen, and that one is a Washoe song, and it means I don't know how I know, I just know. Isn't that cool?
Yep.
But it's not that easy, right, to pick up on another language. So I thought, well, where do you get a gratitude song? Is it on Amazon? No. You have to immerse yourself in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And through that walking, they started coming to me. And I started getting a couple different ones. Like the first one that came to me, and they come in parts and then they come together, was like the wind. I realized, God, I'm just like the wind, I breathe and I blow.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, and I'm like water. I nourish and I flow. And like fire, man, do I consume, but I also radiate.
Mm-hmm.
And like earth, I sustain and I cultivate because I'm spirit. I'm in rhythm with this creative force and I'm living the abundance of its infinite source.
Mm-hmm.
And so that came to me from walking the earth. So I thought, oh, it's kind of a gratitude song. And
That is a gratitude song.
And then I got, another one that came was, thank you, great earth, for grounding my spirit. And thank you, great water, for the songs in my heart. I loaned this one out to the, thank you, great sky, for the wind in my vision. Thank you, great fire, for the rhythm I walk. And so then they just start coming, and you sing them with the earth, and you start getting in the chorus,
Mm-hmm.
in the symphony of nature. It changes everything.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's funny because you feel it,
You feel
but being
it.
able to articulate it.
Exactly. It comes with just this blindfold earth walk. We all know this. I mean, it's like those books on breathing, right? I'm reading one right now on breathing. It's like, how do I not know how to breathe? Believe it or not, our culture, has kind of removed some basic things like how to walk and breathe, but how to walk like a Washoe walked, with a Washoe heart. And really, think about it, before Safeway, your credit card was your relationship with the earth. You
Yep.
better know who's coming, what season, what to eat. You won't survive.
Yep.
And it wouldn't hurt for us to have that relationship again and get that gratitude and sing it and give it back to the lake and give the bears a little space.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Absolutely.
we don't have to suck up all the real estate.
Yes. So
Yeah.
how do How do we get involved? How do we stay informed? How can we help?
Okay, how you can help is help us share, help us inspire more gratitude. If you have a business or an office or someplace, or if you're having a wedding, get some gratitude ornaments and make them the wedding favor. Or,
oh, that's a good idea.
For wedding favors, we can customize them and help us share the story of being grateful. And then the other thing is, if you want to get involved in the Earth Walk, we could use sponsors, we could use help with getting this printed, or we would like people to just start. If you have a school that wants to get involved, we'd like to get this out there so people start doing Earth Walks and we get trending with it, like how forest bathing, Shinrin-yoku is trending. The other thing you can do is get a wildlife sign or sponsor one and put this on your bear box or put it on your house. Help make these just everywhere, because we're in a sign desert here in Tahoe, and there's not much going on there. Or the least you could do is, if you can't even buy a gratitude ornament, just start taking your gratitude and giving it back to the water and the wildlife.
So do you have a website? Where we
I do. sustaintahoe.org is the website, and there's a place for gratitude that talks about the wildlife, and doesn't really talk about the short-term rental. That's something I've been taking on the side, because I realized it's the key to the whole Sustainable Tahoe mission. I mean, I would like Sustainable Tahoe to be the gatekeeper for short-term rentals and be able to manage a program in partnership with other people on really providing the training on how we can lead by example as stewards, so that we inspire that stewardship, build more gratitude. That's how we keep Tahoe blue.
Yes.
It's a bus pass, not a bumper sticker.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And living it and breathing it and
Living it,
showing
breathing
by
it,
example.
leading by example. Leading by example. The best thing we can do is lead by example. Share your gratitude for the water. Inspire others to step up, and don't scream and shoot when you see a bear. Just say, hey.
Hey bear.
Hey bear.
Hey bear.
They're like big dogs.
They are big dogs, and they're
I've,
very cute.
I've
Don't get too close though.
I've talked to the Washoe, and I remember one time we were supporting a meeting for the Washoe elders, and I heard these women talking. They were talking about a picnic and a bear, and I went, wait, did I just hear you say you talked to the bears? And they turned around and they went, yeah, we were having a picnic, the bears there, we just said go. When we're done, you can have the place. I said, whoa, you talked to the bears? They said, yeah, how come you guys, why do you shoot them? We don't understand your culture. We just talk to them. You just talk to them, tell them to go. That's how we've done it for 10,000 years.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I felt that cultural humiliation you do when you're an American. It's
Yes,
like,
yeah.
why do we have pickup after trash day? Why don't we lead by example so
Yes.
there's no trash? Why don't we host activities that don't get people to think that this is a place you trash, that it's not your ashtray?
Why don't we have the concept of just talking to the bear versus trying to shoot it or throw tennis balls at
Can
it?
you imagine? And since then, I have talked to bears, and it's pretty cute. Their little heads go, I go, you better get out of here. This isn't safe. Go on. And then I think, where are they going to go? It's their home.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
This is a forest. Well, can I hug you? Because no one else can take this on. Thank you so much. We need someone like you, and we need to all kind of team up and do this, because it's very important.
And I need someone like you. I need
It's
your
very
generation
important.
to carry the torch. Thank you.
And I have hope. I really do have hope. All the younger community members that are coming in are like, they're here for a reason. We're here for a reason.
Thank you.
So.
Thank you. This
course.
is.
And we will link everything below for you guys to become stewards of our great environment.